family, and hello ladies. Welcome to episode 2 of the Woman's Cozy Talk. This is a special show at the Spiritual Counseling TV network, and my name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. I have a master's in marriage and family therapy, and I love helping women because I believe that this is the moment to really empower ourselves as feminine energy and start to show and share our gifts with the world. And these are certain topics that we bring into this series that is going to help us to feel more comfortable in our own skin, help us to feel more independent, help us to feel safe out in the world as women, and help us to just be that love and light that the world so much needs to heal. So I'm so happy to be here today because today's topic we've been waiting for since we started last session. Last session we spoke about embracing our singlehood. It was a little bit of a conversation / therapy session, helping us women to love that phase of our life where we might be single and maybe you are in search of the love of your life, but maybe it's not showing up. And we need to trust that if it's not there, it's because there's still healing that needs to be done. And we actually need to receive that beautiful gift, which is time on your hands to give it back to you. All the love and nurturance that you would love to give to another person, give it to yourself first. This is the phase of your life where you're going to start to fall in love with yourself all over again. And it's so beautiful because I see so many women not give themselves that time that is so precious and so needed to feel in your element, to feel your best, and also bring that best version to your future partner, your future husband, wife, if you're a man listening. But this is how we truly become our best self and evolve into our highest potential. It's by first going within, giving ourselves that time and learning things about ourselves, how we would like to be treated, get to know ourselves during this time. And then also, work on service, work on mastering your talents, your gifts, your skills. And then that's where the magic happens. That's where the miracle happens. That's when you're going to start to see transformation in your life. So today's topic for episode 2 is dating as a modern sacred woman. Because as we mentioned in episode 1, we embrace our sacred singlehood because we know that we are sacred women. And it goes more into detail for my exclusive members as to how to do that, why to do that specifically for spiritual reasons, and how it's going to benefit you in the long term, and especially when you're ready for a true partnership. And so today's episode, we're now moving on to the next phase. When you've learned to embrace that singlehood, you're okay with it, you've accepted it, and you've just mastered your time with yourself. You're ready to start dating. But how do you get yourself out there in this modern world, first of all, where a little bit of the ancient courtship has been lost, and knowing your worth, knowing your value as a sacred woman, never giving that power away, because that's what we've been nurturing and cultivating during this singlehood. So you need to now be strong enough to move into this next phase. It's like the next advanced level, you can say, of being a sacred woman, because a sacred woman eventually needs to be partnered up with her sacred man. That's the phases and the cycles of life, right? In order to bring sacred children into the world, and that's how life continues. So it's not about staying single for the rest of your life, because then that's where the fine line comes in between being selfish and fulfilling your purpose as a sacred woman in this life. So we need to be prepared, and we need to know how to do it the right way. And that's what we're going to touch up on this episode. I already feel a lot of information for all of us, a lot of guidance. So if you want access to this information for you all in your personal life, and you're searching for the love of your life, and you want to put yourself out there, you want to get that, and you want to get that this year, then start to take action. And then also, of course, listen to this episode to get the complete guidance on how to put yourself out there the safe way, the respectful way, staying in your integrity, in your truth, what you stand for, and feeling empowered during the process as well, right? When we put ourselves out there to date, Remember, the dating phase is not yet the exclusive phase. So there's a lot more that goes into this, and we're going to be touching up on every single phase on a different episode. So we're going to go into as much detail on this very first step of putting yourself out there back to dating. I know it can be scary. I know it can feel even very vulnerable because you probably closed your heart off during the singlehood time, since that was the time of healing, of purification, of cleansing, and needing a lot of this solo time for reflection. That's the right way to appreciate your singlehood, right? It's not about wasting your time with behaviors that don't serve you, because then again, that will keep you stuck in these negative, destructive cycles. So we talked more detail about that. So once you've stepped out of this healthy singlehood, having mastered it, having now learned to love yourself again and even more, and then having reached this potential as becoming this confident, empowered woman, you're now ready to start sharing yourself. And so that's what we're going to go into more detail right now in episode 2. Thank you, ladies, and I hope that you all are curious and become a member of the Spiritual Counseling TV network to get access to all my women's content. I dedicate a lot of my time to women content only, such as these Women's Cozy Talks and also the Woman Empowerment Forum, which is a special show series where we go more into women's history. It's more lecture type, and it helps us to remember how other women before us also were able to reach this state of empowerment, of confidence, of independence. And this is what the modern world expects of us as women. So this is something that we really need to reach. There's no more excuses, and there's nothing holding you back as well. Everything in society is open doors. Women are able to also be successful. They are able to step through those doors. And so this is a new way of doing everything when it comes to love, relationships, career, your whole life in general. And this is what we're touching on here. We're touching up on these sacred conversations that not many women have around the world, right? Especially if you're awakened to more of the soul journey and the depthness of how much it goes into, then there's so much more that goes into it. And a lot of people who are not awakened can feel even embarrassed to share these curiosities within them. And I'm here to tell you that everything is open on this table. And if you have any comments, you want to share your insights, please let me know so that we can bring that into future episodes. Thank you, and we'll get a little bit of a little break here before we start officially our episode 2. Thank you, and again, my name is Krista Ramirez, and I'm your soul coach. And I also take personal soul coaching sessions for women specifically as well, if that is something that you're interested. So go to KristaRamirez.com to check out all my features, my memberships, all of my services, and I hope that you all have an amazing and beautiful journey. Namaste.